Okay, we are live. We are live, chat. Welcome to another beautiful and amazing stream. Chico, how you doing, brother? I'm doing pretty good. Woke up, had a lot of struggle waking up today. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm sick or if I'm just getting a little bit better, but I woke up and I'm like, I look at my alarm, I look at my phone, I grab it, I was like, no, I put it down. And I just in case, like I can't sleep through a session, I set over 25 alarms and I snoozed over 15. My girlfriend turns to me and goes, "Ben, what are you doing? Get up." And I was like, "What?" I was just out of it. I just wasn't conscious enough to understand that I had to get out of bed. So I just kept snoozing my alarm. And ever since I found the hack where you can just click your volume button and the alarm turns off, I've been just doing that. And I don't know. It was funny. But we're all blowing our fundeds? Totally. What's up, Amy? But yo, you guys got to be careful today. Look at we just took liquidity. We just took our draw on liquidity. We are by the looks of it, we want to turn up, but right now we are in a neutral position. What's up, Tristy? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing really good, actually. Yeah, feeling good about this challenge. You seen the NFP news? No, what? They're not releasing any news. Is that the news? Should number employ people, blah blah blah. Related stories. U.S. government appears for a set shutdown this week. How could that impact the Federal Reserve fiscal year? Year ends on Tuesday, and then deal more funding. Blah blah blah. It's just that they're not doing numbers right. What's up, Yassine? Gotta watch Ben in all-time highs. Yes, sir. So here's the protocol of all-time highs. Which account are you doing with Tradeify? The advanced account. I'm on paper right now. Hold on. I need to. Oh no, that's why my Tradeify already connected here. So right now, after day two, our balance. We started with a loss. We got a win yesterday. Our balance is now at 150,851. We had a. Why can't I see my trade history? Let me open up Tradeivate. But yesterday we had a nice $1,141 win. Ooh, I got the shivers. Um, so yeah, we had a nice day yesterday. I could have held to all time highs, chat. Oh, hello, leg. If you knew me, I got into the long here. I was aiming for that, but I closed up here. Didn't wait. I gotta close and reopen this because this is like really laggy. 1 second, chat. One momento. Okay. How much more do you need for the event? I need 9,000. I just started this account. I need 9,000. Good morning, White Wolf. So the protocol, what's up, Jose? The protocol of all-time high markets is fairly simple. You're in all-time highs. If you're taking a short, it's cut risk. You're in all-time highs. If you're taking a long, it needs to be from a retracement. You are not taking a long when the 1 minute is at an all-time high. You are not taking a short when the 1 minute is at an all-time high. You need an extra confirmation for it to go down. If you are to take a short, you do need it to be above midnight open, which is exactly what we're doing though. As you can see, here's midnight open, right? We measure it out. It would be ideal for a short, but if we were taking that, we're cut risk because it is an all-time high markets. We don't take any entries like this, chat. We don't take any IOFED entries because that's not IOFED. Remember what I said in my previous stream, that IOFED is only IOFED when it's in discount. We are in the most premium the stock market can be. What account is it with Tradeify? How much was it? It's the advanced one, so it's harder. It has a tighter trailing stop loss. It was like $90. $90 US. Why is the market rallying up even though there's a government shutdown? Does not affect the economy. last government shutdown, the markets went up over. The markets went up 80% since that point of the government shutdown. No, the markets doubled, tripled. The markets tripled since that point. I'll show you. Government shutdown was the literally last day of this low. It ripped lower, manipulating. The next day went up 5.7%. And then since then, that's been the market. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen again. I also need to reopen this because it's laggy. What's good, Mason? I know it is crazy. It went up a lot since the government shut down. But, oops. We're going to be trading micros today. We're cutting risk. We're going to be risking $250. Sounds like not a lot, right? I know. But that can go a long way over compounding time. I got a topside payout and sending it to my Wise account from Wise. How will I send it to my bank? You then link your bank account to Wise. What I recommend is any payout under $1,000 you can do through Wise, but after that, take the bank transfer, because sometimes Wise can identify. I've seen this happen to traders where Wise says, we think your account is suspicious, and then it takes all the money. Did you eat breakfast? So I usually have fast until after my stream, but I had a little like bun, like a little bun, just to have some carbs because I was really tired today. But what is IOFED? Institutional Order Flow Entry Drill. Also, chat, if you guys get the new phone, good luck, because the new glass update is so ugly and hard to use. But the camera quality is really good. How you feeling? Hope you're feeling better. I'm feeling a little better. I'm really tired today, but I don't feel sick. Like, I can kind of breathe through my nose now. But I'm a little tired. You know that feeling at the back of your head where you're like, I could totally, if I lie down, I could fall asleep? That's what it is. But again, we're in all-time high markets, right? We're cutting risk today because of how high we are. Now, Ben, how do you cut risk? Do you have to cut risk in all-time high markets all the time? No. If we were in all-time high markets and the market opened up and rallied lower, we would have been in it to win it for longs. But because the market opened up and rallied higher, the only possible outcome of what makes sense of getting into a trade is a short. And when you short all-time high markets, you need to cut risk. What is the significance of midnight open? It's the open. So it's a premium of a discount of the day. So when you see how ICT says that a daily candle is going to open, rally up, and then rally lower, then close, or open, rally lower, then higher, that open, that mean threshold of that daily candle is midnight open. So when you see this, when you see price action, open, rally higher, you can anticipate the next move is lower. Now, I'm not saying that happens all the time, because if you look in the higher time frame, we already are in the last bit of the distribution. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So we don't need to reverse because we're already at the last bit of the manipulation. So we just finishing out a power of 3. So right now, I would ideally be neutral. But if I want to take a trade, it's going to be cut risk for this sole purpose, that we have just finished a profile on the higher time frame. So what is going to happen next is consolidation, manipulation, and then another profile, right? So we just finished a profile. That means you are now neutral. Okay? You're neutral. You're sitting and you don't have a bias. Now you lean towards longs because we're in all-time high markets, but you don't take a long in that all-time high profile. You're not going to take a long when the 1 minute is at all-time highs. You only take a long if we rally lower and manipulate. So 9:30 is in 3 minutes. Let's see what happens. Love from North Korea. Okay. Midnight open is really important. Never supporting Apple. Why? What did Apple do? Oh, because of the update. Here's the thing. I will never get an Android, and you'll never see me with an Android. This is the best company for smartphones, and it will always be the best company for smartphones. It's because everyone has it. Not because it's better. Not because it has better equipment, better camera quality, because I'm sure other phones have better camera quality, but everyone has that phone. And it's universal. So everyone's going to stick with it. unless the majority of the population adapts to a different type of phone. Just get both. I have 2 iPhones. I have 2 phones, and they're both iPhones. Did everyone cancel Netflix with the whole situation with trans? What situation with trans? What happened? I'm telling you, I'm not on social media that much. I post, and that's it. I post, I do my due diligence, I do my work for content creation, and then I spend time with family. The GC movement, I don't know what that is. But again, 9:30 is coming in 2 minutes or about 1 minute. I want to see price action rip lower. We could be bearish. How would we be bearish, Ben? What are you going to look for to be bearish? A body below that confirming a higher time frame market structure shift. To be bearish in an all-time market, you need higher time frame market structure shift. Ignore what the fuck the 1 minute does. Don't care. Don't care. Market structure shift, don't care. Higher time frame, 15-minute and above market structure shift. But what is that? An hourly fair value gap. If we trade into that 9:30, I'm going to be bullish to back up to all-time highs. I'm not going to be bearish, but we could be bearish to go to that midnight open level. See, this is where it's contradicting. This is why I'm cutting risk. We have accumulation manipulation, but we're also in a all-time high profile, so this might not just be accumulation. This just could be price action continuing up higher. We could be manipulating, but we could be reversing. So there's contingencies for both ways. What you want to focus on is you want to pick a bias, stick to it, and do not flip. When you're in a day like today, flipping your bias is going to make you go left and right and left and right and just crash out. Okay, 9:30 is ripping lower faster, so you can anticipate that that is manipulation. We take that low, we potentially trade into that 1 hour fair value gap right there. I'm going to be bullish today. I am going to be bullish. Morning, Lavi. How's it going? ICT just responded to me on Twitter. That's cool. Okay, beautiful reaction. Maybe we get a nice turtle soup here. That would be a quick in and out, right? But I am bullish. You can see price action forms a market structure shift, trades inside the inversion fair value gap. But you don't want to take this because there's not enough information. Respects consequent encroachment of the inversion fairly well. But it looks like it's respecting that 1 hour. We just need to wait and see if it wants to continue up higher or trade lower. It's not a turtle soup because the body's bodied past the low. So it's not something that I'm going to take. Don't really want to take longs as well this high up. So I ideally want to see it body below here. It would make sense to short. Right, that looks like a good market structure shift. But it also looks like a fake one, right? Market structure shift, boom, and then suit back up higher. Because we're in that 1 hour fair value gap. Order flow is still bullish, so don't look for shorts right now, chat. You don't look for shorts. Look at the hourly chart. What screams bearish about this, right? What screams bearish about this order flow? Except for one move at 9:30, which tends to be the most common time for manipulation. Where am I? The US? I'm in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. That is right. What we can do is we can get the fib from midnight open to the current high. And where do we look for? We can look for price action to go below 50%. Right? We have that new 1 hour candle. 50% is that order block potentially. So far, price action looks still bearish. Now, there's a possibility that we can go down to that low. And if we do, I could have missed out on the trade. But that's better than betting on shorts at an all-time high market without higher time frame confluence. Don't think you have to catch every move, right? The second you feel like you have to catch every move, that's when you start losing yourself. You only need to when you try to catch every move, you lose more than you win. All you need to do is try to catch one move a day that you try to get in line with your bias, then catch the move. Remember yesterday how I told you guys the day before that it was going to go to that 1 hour fair value gap, then all-time highs? I knew it was going to go up, and I caught a piece of that pie in the middle of it. That's all you need to do. I didn't catch all the move down. I didn't catch all the way to the top, but I caught that little piece. And that set our one trade a day account balance to this level right here. You can see trade of 8. Here's the account number, and you can see we're at 150. And so after day 2, we're at that number. But we're continuing to trade down lower. It is 930, so it's still in the manipulation level. We are about to trade to mean threshold of this range, right? We look at the regular trading hour gap. We have a huge regular trading hour gap, right? But I'm still leaning towards longs here. If you look at ES, you can see ES trades to that 1 hour fair value gap and the order block, and it's already starting to trade up higher. So bearishness is not in the equation. Sorry, I just had an insane shock of coldness. Back to that consolidation. I think we can move down lower one more time. We have a bunch of equal lows there. Yeah, there we go. What's up, Zahid? FOMO is a no-no in trading. Yes, if you have FOMO, you don't trade. That's the number one indication of getting off of the charts is FOMO. Am I Italian? No, I'm Russian. So that is a very lethargic move. But again, we could still reject up. We're in that order block. We're in a discount now. So we do want to be careful. Right? I'm still again, a lot of you guys could be bearish and could have caught that. But I'm still not holding a bearish setup here. I think because we're in all-time high markets, we need a deeper retracement. Maybe we even go down to midnight open. But just for me, I'm not taking a long in all-time highs right now. I mean a short. It still looks like bullish order flow. It looks like we just tapped to that order block and we still want to move up higher. We traded to that 15-minute. I'm going to wait for a market structure shift now. Right? Manipulation right at 9:30. Like, that's a beautiful short. If you have the balls to take a short on the 1 minute all-time high right before 9:30, boom, inversion all the way down there. But I don't do that. Of course, Eric. We do have SMT. See how ES is still holding its bullishness? That's an indication of price action moving up higher. By the way, if you are new, I stream every AM session, to make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 3,000 subscribers before the end of October. So a nice little fair value gap there. If it respects this and moves down lower, then we're still bearish. You can see consequent encroachment was respected fairly well. Right? Fairly well. If it moves up higher, then maybe we could be done, but it looks like it still has lower price action to move to. So we just need to wait, chat. Let it play out. Let it play out and let yourself have a profile. This is why I look at the NASDAQ, because look at micros. Micros didn't fill the fair value gap, but the NQ did. You know what I mean? It's so BS. I hate micros. Hey, yo, Eric. Do you trade gold? No. Gold's almost at 4,000. See, Nvidia's up 2% to 190. I told you Nvidia's going to $200. I tweeted a year ago, before 2026, Nvidia's going to $200. I told you, chat. I knew it. My market is probably, my portfolio is ripping. These 3 stocks are my heavily invested ones. But it's still not even 940 yet. So the manipulation could be lasting still. But it does look like it potentially want to reverse down to midnight open now. But today's a Kairos day. Now don't have any FOMO because it feels like you're missing this short. Okay, chat? Don't have any FOMO. We could just soup this. All right. The daily candle's still super bullish. This is all from 9:30. Just be patient. Be okay. That 4-hour candle is completely inversed now, though. I think we could target midnight open here. Yes, it's starting to move lower. The 1 hour traded past that. Potentially target midnight open. I think we could go for a cart risk short here. But again, I just don't like taking a short in all-time high markets like this. I feel like the only... Again, there was a setup there, but I didn't like taking that because we were in the 15-minute. I don't have FOMO. I'm just trying to figure out what to do here, and I just don't like taking shorts right now. I'm never an all-time high short person. Never. And that's okay. If you're not comfortable taking a trade, sit on it. You don't need to catch every movement. Like, the second you accept that, the second you can catch higher probability trades. I still think we can reverse. The session just opened. We still got a long day, fellas. And I do think we can reverse. 70% of time market will pull back. Oh, did my camera just die? 1 second, chat. It unplugged. 70% of time market will pull back to 50% of the market open range. Oh, wow. Okay. That was yesterday's video. Never heard that. Still way too early in the market? Exactly. So we went down to midnight open. But again, I'm still not bearish, chat. We soup midnight open. A lot of times, price action can soup midnight open. Look how fast that reaction is. Maybe we get a turtle soup here. Remember, we're doing our 1 trade a day challenge, so everything is cut risk today. Look at that reaction. Let's see if we can catch a turtle soup here. Back up to all-time highs. Let's see ES. ES started moving lower as well. I'm not in a long right now, by the way, chat. I'm not in a long. Why cut risk? We're in all-time high markets, and taking shorts in all-time high markets is definitely a cut risk profile. Patience, guys. Patience is key. Wait for your setup. Wait for price action to start flowing in your direction, and then take your setup. You don't need to catch every move. I'm not souping midnight open because it didn't soup it. But we potentially have another draw down here. And we get to go to. Let's look for a higher time frame PD rate that it could reverse off. We have a 4-hour fair value gap. The daily candle is about to hit break even. All right. A fat 15-minute candle, chat. All right, it's filling out that opening range gap. It's a fat 15-minute. If you took that inversion fair value gap short, you have balls to take that, but you would be eating right now. Like, you would be eating. That would be crazy. Someone took that on Twitter. Watch. But guys, we be patient. We wait. Nvidia's still up 1%. Right? Markets are still doing pretty good. This move happened right at 9:30. This is the 9:30 minute, 15-minute candle. Okay? So don't think that it's over for longs. If anything, the deeper retracement all-time highs, the better the opportunity of longs is going to be. Don't sell. I'm not selling. Hey, I got $800 left before I blow my account. I'm trusting you, bro. Just letting you know that if you do that, you're probably going to blow your account. And I'm not saying that because I'm not a good trader. I'm saying that because when you rely on somebody else for your own trading profits, that's not how you become successful. Relying on me to save your account doesn't work. You know why? Because with my risk management, it fits my account balance. I can afford losses right now. with your $800 left in capital, you can't. So the way I trade is according to the way I work. If you rely on someone else when you're at your dark times, that's how you get even darker. You got to learn it for yourself. You can watch my streams to help you, but relying on me to save you from drawdown is basically like digging yourself a grave and then putting yourself in a coffin, putting the coffin in the grave, digging yourself, putting the dirt back, and relying on me to save you, and I live across the world. So it's almost 9:45. It's not even 10 a.m. yet, chat. So like, be patient. Nice, beautiful rip to sell side. We're not 4 hour for value gap there. Let's see how well price action is respecting it. Wow, price is respecting that fairly well, chat. That 4 hour. 1 hour as well. Look at that. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a push up and then I'll take a long. We got 30 seconds till 9:45. I'm really interested to see where this market opens up. It looks like it's about to rip up higher, but let's see. If you know me, you know I'm very heavy. Oh. Hold on, chat. I just got logged out of my Tradeify. There we go. Down 0.69. No. So it's moving down lower a little bit here, but it's rejecting. 9:45 open, had a little bit of volatility there. But it does look like it's rejecting heavily off of that higher time frame PD array. Let's see if it can just get that rip up. Oh, we're up 0.69 though. Beautiful. Look at that. ES starting to potentially move up higher. All right. There's that 9:30 manipulation. It's souped sell side liquidity as well. We look at NQ. That looks like a beautiful turtle soup. Potentially might take that, chat. Turtle soup with that higher time frame PD array. I'm going to take this. So 250 divided by 29 divided by 2 equals 4.3 micros. Let's see. Let's wait for a reaction though, because I don't want to take the turtle soup yet. It still looks very like it could rip lower. I feel like I would need to wait for price action to disrespect this. I feel like that would be the better option. If when price action disrespects this, I'll take the long. So more like that. Five contracts. Sell side has been taken. That's the math you do to calculate your stop. You can see we've turtle souped that low, traded to the higher time frame PD array, moved up higher, 9:30 manipulation. So that's the Judas swing profile with the coupled with the turtle soup. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it, chat. Oh, okay, I'm on micros.
Order filled.
One trade a day. Cut risk today, chat. So we're going off of that turtle soup. As you can see, let me just mark out that really quickly. We'll mark at the 1 hour. We're in that 1 minute fair value gap, so I do want to see it turn up. Very aggressive entry here. But we cut risk for this on this 1 trade a day challenge. I identified to cut risks on this. Now, if we are going to turn up, this should be respected this low. So it could go down to that volume imbalance, but it should respect that low if it's going to turn up. It could even retouch that fair value gap. It could even retouch the low, but that should be respected. But we cut risk on the 1 trade a day. Now, by the way, after 1 trade a day, I'm still going to trade my other accounts. So, took turtle soup.
Stop filled.
Cut risk. Okay. That's fine. We're good. $270 loss. Cut risk. Here's the proof. Now we're going to trade my other accounts. But that's the 1 trade a day. $278 loss. Final account balance is 153. So day 3 is a loss. Day 3. Cut risk. Loss. Negative 250. Or 270. 270. All Gucci in the coochie chat. It's my favorite saying. Okay, now let's sit out and wait. We're going to be trading my other accounts. Let me quickly switch out of this account. Just so we're out. There we go. I'm telling you guys, 1 trade a day is exactly how you win, how you make a lot of money. Helps you be disciplined. That model works, not 100% of the time, but it works often. So when it doesn't work, I'm not upset because I trust that price action is going to work again. Price action is going to make that work again. Now maybe we get a reversal from 10 a.m. Maybe we get a reversal now. We'll wait and see. Here's the thing about taking trades, chat. You need to take a trade only if you study your model. If you study your model, you know that when it loses, there's a possibility of it losing. Now, it can lose, and if it does lose, you're not worried because you know that later on, over time, that model is going to win. So it looks like it's clearly respecting having lower prices to go to. Wants to move down lower. So far 1 trade a day is 1 loss, 1 win, 1 loss. Both 2 losses are cut risk to equal up to 1 RR. So we've lost 1 RR, we've made 2 RR, we're up 1 RR. So that's why RR is important as well as managing risk. So 3 trades. We've only taken 3 trades and we're up 1 RR, which is pretty good. It's slow, it's steady, but I'm telling you it compounds over time and picks up. So right now, what I'm looking for, I don't want to see shorts because, like, yes, we could move lower, but again, I'm just neutral today, chat. I don't want to see price action. Like, shorting in all-time highs on the 1 minute is such a dangerous thing to do. So I didn't like that. I didn't like how we were in that 1 hour. Just had bias wrong, and that's it. That's the only reason why it was a bad trade. And any other occasion, now we could still turn up today, so don't forget that. This is all 9:30 manipulation. We could still turn up today. So don't let go of that bias. But you do now, after a failed turtle soup at sell side with a higher time frame PD rate, after that and that rejection, you want to wait for this high to be broken before you engage for longs. So we're going to wait for this high to be broken. much. I'm just journaling, chat. So we're getting that move back up higher. Wait for a break of structure here to look for longs. Patience is key. But here's full transparency of the account. You can see the loss right here. Now it looks like it's reversing up higher, so I guess I just had the wrong draw, but the right bias, because it does look like it's reversing. Whoops. But you can see 278 today. Negative 278, which is a cut risk loss. Cut risk loss. But chat, I do believe that we are going to up the risk on this challenge to 750. Okay. Starting next week, we're going to up it to 750. I did the math wrong at the beginning. $500 should be a 100K account, one trade a day. So I am up into 750. I'm letting you guys know that. So cut risk will be $350 starting next week. But here's full proof of the trade of 8 of the one trade a day challenge. We're up $568, which is 1R for now. But it does look like it wants to reverse back up higher now. So again, don't take a long on this inversion. Wait for a break of structure. You're not wrong for that, but to pass a 250K only risking $300, good luck doing that in a month. That's all I'm gonna say. Is that takes a while to do in a month. But I mean, if it works for you, do it. But if you're in a live account, then that's fine. Like this is a break of structure and a fair value gap. But if you're gonna take this, wait for it to start reacting up higher. Like maybe take the break of structure trade and then put your stop loss here. But this is way too like you could potentially rip down lower. You're up 4.4K in a week and a half. Okay, then you should be fine. Yeah, see, told you. Don't want to take that yet. So one thing about trading one trade a day challenge, which is why it's so important as a beginner, is you sit with your decision and you have to sit with it. You make the wrong decision, you chase an entry, you do an entry too early, you go against your model. You have to sit with that decision and watch the rest of the day play out and know how it feels and be like, I fucked the one chance I have to make a trade. I put it on that. So you sit there and you're like, that's what I did. So with one trade a day, I'm sitting there and I'm journaling everything, how I feel, how everything. That is how you become a profitable trader. The best way to learn is by starting with one trade a day. So I'm sitting there and I'm going to be writing everything that I did wrong, everything that I did right, and how I feel. I currently feel like that was still a valid entry, but it was just not at the right time of day. Maybe had the higher time frame bias wrong. So I'm going to sit there and I'm going to go, I feel means I have to. So sometimes what happens is you can see this is the power of 3 profile. Sometimes I get the bias wrong and I miss a complete nice range. And that just means that I didn't either trust my power of 3 enough or I didn't identify it. Now, I did identify that it was power of 3. I just didn't think we were going to go all the way down here. But if we did, we could reverse. Look how price action is smooth. Takes midnight open, takes outside, and starts turning rough. So that could mean it could reverse very soon. But again, so what right now I'm writing is Maybe I could have not married the long so much and taken the short on that little IOFED entry there, down to there. But other than that, I wouldn't have taken this. I'm not even sad about that because that's way too high with not enough information to take a short. The only thing I feel like I could have is that, but other than that, I'm happy with my decision today. It looks like it's still going to reverse, which means I probably had the right idea. We're pretty good. Your bias is right. I think just what happened traded before 10 a.m. price action cooks 0% of the time. It doesn't cook you 75% of the time. It cooks you when you have, like, a lot of the times, like if you look, I wouldn't say yesterday because yesterday I had 10 a.m. news, but a lot of the previous trades that I've had before 10 a.m., like look at this turtle soup. See this low? Look at that. 929 rips right up higher. Beautiful turtle soup. That's before 10 a.m., right? So a lot of the times price action can do that, and it looks like it's reversing now, so I'm still confident in my longs. Waiting for price action to break structure, which is this high, not this high. That's a break of structure. This is a market structure shift. Patience is key, fellas. So we look like we have a nice reaction there. We could potentially be reversing. Beautiful reaction on that fair value gap. Let's see if it dries up higher. What you want to do on this 1 minute chart is wait for an initial reaction, then to catch the second one. Because it could still reverse here. We haven't had that big displacement to kind of confirm it. What's up, BK? Small loss on our one trade a day challenge. Oh, I'm not connected to Trade anymore. But now we're trading my live accounts. Trading my Top Step. I really need to lock in with my Top Set, though. It's a beautiful reaction with that. Could take a potential break of structure long here. Right here. Stop loss to that low. Take profit here. It'd be one contract, though. Or no. It's right here. So when price breaks this structure, I'll take a long. My stop loss to that low. This is also would be cut risk. Beautiful reaction on that fair value gap as well. I'm going to take a long here. Let's just see if we can break that. It's rejecting off of it a little. It's rejecting off that high. So don't take the long yet. All right, there's a 5 minute fair value gap there. So you got to be careful. Might want to wait for it to trade up here as well. More like this. Still 3R. All right, but it's rejecting to move up higher. It's forming those equal highs, so that might be engineered for later price action, and it could trade down lower here. By the way, if you are new, I have over $275,000 in funded account payouts. Been trading ICT concepts for 5+ years. And I live stream every single AM session on YouTube, PM on TikTok, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. And I'm going to be posting new YouTube videos coming, I promise, coming out in the next few days. Electronic trading hours or regular trading hours? Electronic. What? All the way down there? It's insane. Looks like it's respecting that 4 hour. ES is consolidating heavy too right now. We just need a displacement. That's all we need. We're not on a long right now. We need a displacement. It's consolidating. It can still rip down lower one more time, but it does look like it ripped, consolidate, then it rips back up. There we go. Potential long here, right? As soon as we break that, drag my stop loss back down to consequent encroachment of that fair value gap. 3R. We just need to break that 5 minute. We just need to break this 5 minute fair value gap, chat. Electronic trading hour gap? You mean new day opening gap? Or volume imbalance? Or do you mean regular trading hour gap? So we're in that 5 minute now. We need to see it start to push up a little bit. We traded above consequent encroachment, but it's rejecting. So we need to see it turn up a little bit. Okay, cut risk long here, chat. And put it on top, so. Stop loss, consequent encroachment. Today's a cut risk day, but I do think we have the right bias. So we gotta hold it for this. Hello? What? There's a reaction we like to see. Except it's not. Where's Pro? What? There we go. I need to put my stop loss on top step. Yeah, there's no such thing as an electronic trading hour gap. That's either a volume imbalance or a new day opening gap or a new week opening gap or. Dude, why is this not like, dude, this is so laggy. $3.17R. See, it trades down into that inversion fair value gap there. But it's still cut risk, chat. Because it could still reverse down. 15 minute, right? We'll see though. We'll see. Don't want to fight for too much today. That's why it's cut risk. It's a Thursday. It's a day before NFP. Move it along in the AM. You never want to cut. You never want to full risk on a day like today. Identifying low probability price action is the first step to profitability because that's minimizing your losses and maximizing your wins. This is paper trading. Yes, I execute all of my trades on paper so you can see the execution, but I also do it on Top Step X. And we did our 1 trade a day challenge with full transparency. You can see this is day 3, so we're up 1 RR on day 3. You can see small little loss there, but that's it. And then when I'm trading my Top Step accounts, I can't connect Top Step to the paper, so I execute on paper so you can see the execution. See what Yes is doing. So Yes is decoupled a little bit. But it looks like it could potentially turn up. We're getting a decent reaction, retesting that inversion. Just gotta be patient though. We're almost at 3,000 followers, chat, or subscribers. Let's go. If you guys don't follow my TikTok, I recommend doing that. I stream PM session on TikTok. Patience is key. So I want to see a little bit of a push up here. It's 10:08. Let's see what the stocks are doing. Nvidia's up 1.4%. Apple's up 0.2. Reddit's up 1. Meta, Google. Bitcoin's up to 119 now. Wow. Okay. Good recovery. Gold is dropping just a little bit. AMD's up 2.4%. Markets aren't doing too shabby. My 4 minis are on the lifeline right now. Either displaced right now, I'm getting displaced. Anytime though, chat, like anytime you put yourself in a position where you're like, I need this trade to win, that's when you get in the wrong. Okay? Trading should not be an emotional thing. And one of the best ways to practice your emotions and discipline is doing what the challenge I'm doing right now is 1 trade a day. Right now, there's always fear that I'm not risking enough or that I'm not trading enough and I'm not going to hit my take profit in time. You just need to chill and trust that it will add up. You feel like you're about to get liquidated? Hey, yo. But we just need that displacement to the upside. Price action has turned rough. It took sell-side liquidity. It traded to a higher time frame PD rate. We just need price action to turn up. We have SMT as well. We're lacking that displacement. That's the only worry. It's retesting that bullish fair value gap. But this is why it's cut risk. It's a soundboard, Johnny Jack. This is why we cut risk, chat. A day like today where there's government shutdown, no news release. A day before government shutdown, NFP. We move so much in the early AM. I broke structure in class. Now I got to go back to teaching. Wait, you're a teacher and a trader? That's sick. Risk management, key part of trading. It helps so much with emotions. If you have to cut risk, we don't care too much on a loss. Exactly. One of the most important things that's not talked about in trading is identifying when to cut risk. I said cut risk today, Ben. If I wouldn't have cut risk, I would have had a forced loss and lost more than I would have made. But because I cut risk, I did not lose a full R. Can I show my chart settings, like the color? Doesn't look like a good trade yet, chat. I might close this prematurely. It's not a lot. I'll just leave it open. This is why you identify cut risk scenarios, chat. This is why you identify cut risk scenarios. When to and to not cut risk. Okay, but Ben, when do you double down? Well, first of all, in this challenge, I never double down. But when you're super confident, when shit played out like yesterday, that's when you double down. Okay, one cut risk loss on the 1 trade a day, one cut risk loss on the top step. So that brings us from 1 winning day yesterday to 1 losing day today for the equivalent of still positive up 1 R. Could have turtle souped that low and turn up. But I'm not losing my bias on this. Like, yes, we could still turn down a little bit, but I still do believe that we're going to turn up to these highs. So I wouldn't leave that out of the equation. Yep, Christian. Maybe. If we don't go up, PM could do it. Only lost $400. That's the way to do it, my man. Not being emotional. Not being dependent on your wins, not being dependent on your trading is the way to do it. Why is my dog barking right now? Bro. But it looks like it could potentially turn up here. Yes, it's dragging us down. Bro. Chat. I'm going to go throw this dog out of the window. Anyways. No, I mean, like, I think we're just going to wait. All right. We could potentially reverse this. It's still 9:30 manipulation. Right? We had that power of 3 setup. We rallied up and we left midnight open up so much. We went to trade to it, and then we could potentially turn back up. Okay, Mason. I did see the relative equal lows. You just got to be patient, chat. Wait for that displacement to the upside. Whoops. On days where you feel emotional, on days where you feel like you missed out on a big trade, don't trade again. A better trade will come. Stay disciplined. Thank you for the subscription. I really appreciate it. I can't, chat. I'm about to get, it's about to hit the bank, chat. The payout is about to hit the bank. And when it does, I don't like posting big payouts like that. Here's the problem. When I get big payouts, I don't like posting it because I don't want people in my personal life to see it. I don't want people in my personal life to know I make money because then I get used. So I'm going to post one picture just to prove to you that I got the 57K, and then I'm not talking about it again on my socials. I'll talk about it on live, but I don't like posting that. But because it's a big payout, I do feel like I need to post proof. So when I get the proof, I will post it and I'll show you guys the payout that we achieved. It's a 57K payout on Apex. Speaking of Apex, there's a huge sale right now, 80% off with an $85 activation fee on any account. So for 50K, that's $29 with an $85 activation fee. So you're basically paying $100 for a whole live account. Usually you're paying $200 just for the activation fee and then $100 for the account. But now it's only $100 for everything. $29 for the challenge, $85 for the activation fee. Congrats on the payout. Thank you. So this challenge is starting off to a slow start, but usually that's what happens. Again, we're only up $500 and this is day 3. Tomorrow I'm not going to be trading. I'm not going to be trading tomorrow. Whoops. So you can see this was the long setup that we took yesterday. Why is it not showing? Is it only showing current day setups? I took a long right there. That was the long setup that I took on this account. So again, this challenge is off to a slow start, but it will pick up. I promise you guys, you will see. Probably by the end of next week, we'll be up at the 5,000s. Patience is key, though. Everybody, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I live stream every single day. I have a question about Apex. If I bought on 80% of their $85 lifetime PA and I passed my eval after promo ended, is activation fee still? Yes, it is still $85. Why Apex is banned in some countries? I have no idea. Probably because it's not regulated in that country. Are we looking for buys? We are looking for price action to reverse back up to all-time highs, yes. You're in long? Nice. Price action is gay. I know. We just have that one move and then it starts consolidating. But that does mean that it's accumulating. So what happens in the power of 3 entry model? We have accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So now we're in the accumulation phase. We can have maybe a little bit of manipulation and then distribution. I'm telling you guys, I told you guys, I literally tweeted last year when price action was like at like I would say maybe $90, I said Nvidia's going to $200, and look at it. Look at it, bro. Look at that shit. Right now we're consolidating. You want to wait for an expansion before you get into a long. I have to pass. You have to pass until the sale ends if you want to pay the $85 activation fee. Really? You type of 46 micros instead of 4. Oh my gosh. Hey Ben, I am currently on 2 Apex challenges. Once I pass, what's next? We pay for activation fee. Yes. You can either pay monthly or the activation fee. Everyone does the activation fee. It's a way better option. And that's it. Then you start trading your live account. But guys, today we have a different type of schedule. I might, instead of doing a long TikTok live stream, I'll be working on a live on a YouTube video, and then also I will be doing a live stream of a journaling session and a study session. We will do our Bible study session later tonight, and then yeah, tomorrow I'm not going to be streaming. It could still be consolidating, then rip lower, right? It could do that still. So before you engage into longs, you want it to rip higher. But I'm loving your content, live trading. Thank you, Killa. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Guys, we're almost at 10,000 followers on Twitter too. So if you don't follow my Twitter, I recommend following me on there. We're like 500 followers away. Da, 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 da. So we have a little bit of a move lower here. We're in that 15-minute fair value gap. Looks like it could reach to lower prices. Potentially down to that fair value gap down there if it wants to. But I do believe like it could reverse. But there is a chance of it still continuing down lower. Just found you in my feed. Hey, what's up? I heard Power 3 displacement and Bible study. What's your schedule like, bro? Love the content. We'll be tuning into your stream. So I stream every single AM session at 9:20 a.m. and then every PM session at 1:10 p.m. on TikTok. AM on YouTube, PM on TikTok every single day. I'm not trading tomorrow, though. I'm not streaming tomorrow, but every day of the week. And on top of that, I also do Bible studies later at night on Twitter. So link in my bio to subscribe, to follow my Twitter. Link in the description, I mean. Ben, you see all those highs? I turned turtle soup them all. Nice. Nice, brother. So we're retesting that original inversion fair value gap, or we can just mark out down here. We're retesting the original fair value gap right before 10 a.m. That price action has yet to disrespect consequent encroachment. It touches it once, touches it again, forming a lower low, and then goes one more time, forming a higher low, forming a higher time frame swing low. We could potentially reverse from this point. Can you do a demo of your back testing later? Yeah, I'll do it on my Discord. Free Discord. It could manipulate down to Asian low. That is correct. But it could also reverse here if it gets an expansion. But right now it looks like it wants to lean towards sell side. But just be careful, right? Don't bet on the markets going up or down right now. Wait for a move. Patience is key, fellas. Wait for that displacement to the upside. Thank you for the subscription, by the way. We're 2 subscribers away from 2,820. 20? Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. By the way, there's a huge Apex deal going on, 80% off. That's like $29 for 50K. Apex Trader Funding, one of the best futures firms out there. Make sure to use code BEN at checkout. We're starting to get that move. See how it failure swings to that low and we're starting to move up higher? Wait for this high to get displaced above. Nvidia's back to 1.5 positive. Could be pushing up a little bit higher now. Bitcoin's almost at 120. This is the one I watched, not the smaller one above. So ICT just posted this, chat. He says that this isn't a valid fair value gap. Hold on. I can't zoom in. It's just not working. He said the fair value gap that we looked at that we didn't take it is not a fair value gap you want to look at. Right? What did he post? Is this him targeting it or saying not to use it? I think it's him saying not to use it. I didn't use it either because it was in a higher time frame bullish fair value gap, and 9 out of 10 times that would usually fail. But that doesn't look like a valid IO Fed entry for me, to be honest. Like you grab the fib. Why am I on? Let's go back to MNQ where we have it. You grab the fib and you mark from the high to minute open, and that's right at equilibrium, right? So if it was a very bullish day, that was right at 50% where it could have traded to that 15-minute, then turned up. So I think that is like more of a 50-50 type of fair value gap. That's why I didn't take it. But we're starting to turn up higher now. We need that displacement though, chat. Oops. We do need that displacement. It doesn't look like people caught that short. I don't see any executions of people catching that short on Twitter. And I think the reason why is because it's all-time high markets and it's low probability on to betting on the market to do that. So, and I mean, like I see one person who said he took a cut risk short, but I don't see anybody that took a short there. Yes, I already took Asian low. Yeah, so we have SMT. Nice little fair value gap there and a reaction. Again, this is my draw. Notice how price action takes midnight open and just gets really rough. Caught it, cut wrist. Nice, KJR. Beautiful. Yeah, ES took Asian low. Right? No, I don't think it did. Are you talking about YM? Ben, check ES. I'm on ES. Starting to move up higher, though. You can see accumulation. Could be manipulation. We're in that fair value gap. Got a nice reaction to it. Yeah, the open of 18, which means that Asian low is this low-hanging fruit right here, and it hasn't taken it. Starting to drop higher a little bit here. Still need a little bit more speed. I'm done for the day. Going to get bagels. Ooh, bagels. You Canadian, bro? If you like bagels, you got to go to Quebec, Montreal. That's where bagels were invented. If you didn't know that already. New York. New York bagels are fake. This 1030 is going to rip, potentially. Let's see. Let's see. So I guess the lesson to learn today is I think we were married too much to taking a long, that we missed the opportunity on a nice IOFED entry with the power of 3 targeting midnight open. But in my defense, we're at all-time high markets, and betting on the market to rip down lower from all-time highs like that is a lot lower probability. So I could have took a cut risk short there. I could have took a cut risk short on that fair value gap. Right, would have been a nice little short here. What RR would have that been? I probably would have put it to that high. Down to midnight open. Right, 4R or something. Probably took a partial. So to my defense, it was all-time highs. Didn't want to take it. And to my defense, I still think we're going to go towards my target. But, and it was 930 manipulation. So what I'm going to be doing when I'm journaling and I'm studying later is I'm going to write that down, go back, test a few other days where this happened, figure it out, study it, sit on my emotions, write down my emotions, and move on from it. That's the best way you can treat a loss. Yeah, have a good day, Lavi. I'll see you in the next one, brother. We have probably the best bagels on the planet, brother. Are you joking? Get back in the stream, bro. Bagels were invented in Montreal, Canada. Those are the best bagels in the entire world. New York bagels are fake and they're phonies. They're fake. Montreal bagels are the best bagels in the world. Oh, he definitely left. I almost pressed him. If you don't agree with that, you have never been to Montreal. And I'm standing on my word. Bro, Montreal are the best bagels in the world. What type of bagels were invented? So the bagels now everybody eats were invented in Montreal. Okay? The bagels that no one eats were invented in Poland. These are the bagels, Montreal style bagels that people eat. Polish bagels. I hope I didn't just expose myself. Are like the fat ones, the loose holes. Okay? Like these are Polish bagels. That's not bagels, bro. That's a bread ring. Grown-ass men arguing about bagels. Bro, first of all, if you say bagel, get the fuck out of my stream. Unsubscribe. I never want to see you again. It's bagel. We all can agree on that, right? We can all agree it's called bagel. What the heck is a bagel? You don't know what a bagel is, bro? It's the best thing ever. Whoever says bagel is an idiot. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. My girlfriend says bagel. But, bro, if you say, yo, you want to go get a bagel with cream cheese? Like, nah, don't even talk to me, bro. But it looks like we are turtle souping that Asian low now. Like, I do want to see longs here, chat. It's a bagel. A bagel. It's bagel. No loose holes. Hey, yo. I mean, I don't agree. I mean, I agree with you, but, like, we're talking about bagels here. It looks like a nice turtle soup wick, right? You see how it wicks up like that? The new 4-hour candle. But we are in a consolidation, and that is anticipated. Why is price action asked, guys? I'm going to tell you exactly why. We just took all-time highs, which is the target of liquidity. Then we start consolidating. We're consolidating right at that, too. We soup all-time highs again, and we're consolidating. But I subscribe to your Twitter, but I can't seem to join your Discord. It's in the WAP link. Who are you saying nice long to? Keegan? Oh, because he says I'm longing here. Hey! Thank you for the discussion. Yo, next person to subscribe is a legend. Let's get to 2,820. I have this weird glitch on my Top Step where I'm negative every trade. Yo, I don't know why, but I have this weird glitch where every time I buy a funded account, 2 weeks later, it just disappears. I'm kidding. Make sure you're not like accidentally inversing it. Hey, thank you for the subscriptions. I really appreciate it, fellas. You guys are legends. Price action is definitely asked. Yes, because we just took a higher time frame target, which was all-time high. So after taking a target, that means the distribution phase is over. So the next phase is accumulation. You now have anxiety. Why? Why are you scared? You should not be scared from any long that you take or short. Or that means you're trading from emotions. Andre MLN, thank you for the subscription, legend. Ben, I have anxiety, you're in shorts. Oh, brother. Coda Moxie, thank you for the subscription. Damn, I have a glitch where I buy an account today and it disappears tomorrow. How much RR per month do you think is good? Depends, honestly. It depends. I would say anything over like for day trading, I would say 3% of profit of your account balance a month is really good. Your last trade was correct, but stop loss was not really. Yeah, I know. I know I have the right bias. That's why I'm not upset either. That happens. Sometimes you have the right bias. Who the fuck? Who the fuck? Who the fuck? Put that back. Thank you. I know I have the right bias. That's why whenever I catch a losing trade with the right bias, I know that that's just a statistic and that's not a manual error. Who got doxxed? I got doxxed? Why did I get doxxed? How did I get doxxed? Am I not live anymore? No, I'm good. What are you talking about? We're live? Okay. Fuck you, Mason. Oh, it's Mason. Bro. He rage baits in every stream. Let me come live with you, cutie. Hey, yo, Kevin. Or let me come live with you. Pause. It's just consolidating around that target that we took yesterday, chat. Yesterday was such a large range day, so that's why I cut risk today. How can you tell when price is in expansion after a distribution? If we manipulate it. So one of the key points is accumulation, manipulation, right? With midnight open being open, this would be an expansion. Or, for example, this is an expansion because this manipulated below sell side liquidity, right? This is an expansion. That's manipulation because that's against the higher time frame target. If it's expansion towards your higher time frame target, it's an expansion. But if it's an expansion away from your higher time frame target, that's manipulation. Yeah, so it's probably going to be consolidating maybe for PM session. We're going to wait just a little bit, but I'm probably just going to accept the small loss that we took. Cut risk, though. I'm glad I cut risk today. Glad I cut risk today. You know what else opens at midnight? No. Whoa! 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 Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. If we're gonna go back in where would be a good entry after an expansion from this consolidation, but so far we're consolidating. You don't want to take a trade in that. That was the most OD comment I've actually heard in a long time, bro. That was crazy. That was crazy. That one was crazy, bro. That was crazy. That one might be just OD. No, I don't think that's for the content, Vic. I think you meant that. Chat, I don't think we're going to find an entry, though. I think it's consolidating, right? It had that nice range. It's going to finish till PM session. So, OD is like overdose. I think, chat, that I might jump off and I'll be live on TikTok, and then I'm going to make a new YouTube video, and then I'll do the Bible study session later on Twitter or X, if you want to call that. But my camera just died too. So chat, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on YouTube again on Monday. I'm not trading tomorrow, so have an amazing weekend. But I will see you if you want to watch my TikTok stream on PM session. Other than that, fellas, thank you guys for watching, and I'll update you at the end of the week balance for the one trade a day challenge. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on Monday or later today for PM session. Take care. Have a good day. Be safe. Don't chase your